Hello, Proxy Table Gaming is here again with another battle report. I'm Hyper G, and Lucky Sixes is here.
Hey, dog.
Hey, dog. You okay?
Yeah, I'm all right. You know.
We don't ask that enough, you know.
No, I'm okay. How are you, sir?
I'm all right.
Good.
Yeah, I'm glad you reciprocated.
Yeah, I know. I nearly did.
Yeah. Right. So, what do we got tonight?
Tonight, baby.
Well, I'm Saurian Ancients.
Odds,
because that's what I am. And I'm against, a man, a stat, a rat.
a myth,
A myth.
a legend.
Of many different guises. This time it's Daemons.
Demons. And it is
The new Daemons. He just couldn't resist any longer, could he?
Brilliant.
Daemons is his army, technically. Yeah. One of, as you know. But yeah, he brought him out to play. Who wouldn't in this very exciting time?
Go.
Counter thrust and hold the center be our objectives and deployment.
Nice.
And that's the Demon Legion's army that he wanted to try first. Very heavily non-proxy for him.
As much as possible.
As much as he can. That's how we wanted to start with Demons.
We're saying it, like the models are so different and the units are so different in Demons.
You could just use anything nowadays, can't you?
Well, yeah, they've got such a different role. Every single unit.
We need to be careful. We don't go off on a demon run, really. You know, that's a whole different thing.
And even for this, you're better off pausing it and looking up what everything is than us.
Yeah, we don't. You can't remember what stuff does.
No idea. But
I didn't know when I was battling.
Basically, the Sugalug, the Deceiver, a Harbinger,
Lemurs,
big unit,
Succubi.
Are you lemurs? I'm lemurs.
Lemurs?
Yeah.
Well, like the animal?
Yeah.
That's not all that fearsome.
It's not fearsome, but that's the name.
Lemurs.
Well, that just sounds like you're
French.
You've spazzed.
All that. All right, well, we'll agree to disagree on that one. I'm not calling them lemurs.
Well, I am. So, lemurs. Big unit lemurs, big unit succubi.
Succubi.
Then the hoarders, threshing engine, and a little unit of blowfires.
Yes. Tiny little fires.
They're cute.
Yeah, they're really not. And there's a whole load of manifestations going on.
And,
yeah, I'll try and mention those as they come to pass, as Gandalf would say. So this is my list, and it is kind of my progression. I've got to this list from a few practices, and this is kind of what I'm at the moment. And heading towards a certain tournament may well be the one that goes forward.
Brizzy.
Yeah, don't want to reveal anything in case we post this before the tournament, but we're not sure if we will or not. So I'll just tell you about it. Quattle, Alchemy, got a Binding Scroll, and I've managed to sneak in Grasp of the Immortal now as well. And Symbiosis is kind of my secret weapon because I can cast via the Taurosaur, the Stygiusaur, or the Skink Priest.
So range is no-ish.
Range is no problem, definitely. 3 units of Saurian Warriors in core now. Some Skink Hunters, lots of Salamanders, Spearback, Ramphadons. Missed out the H. Who typed that?
Some knobhead.
And yeah, as I mentioned, Stygiusaur and Taurosaur. Making me a little bit monstery. Because, you know, that's how dinosaurs go. Got some close-ups of Statrat's lovely painted demons. And they are nicely painted.
Is that Sugalug?
That is Sugalug on the wrong base, but Statrat refused to use the right base.
He did.
He's got this model now. So, yeah, I don't know whether there's a different demon character that actually is this model. Is it the Maw?
The Maw, maybe. I don't know.
He's on a
massive base. So
yeah. So whether there's any demon character that's on that base anymore, but obviously Statrat's got him, painted him very well. So there's your cute little flies.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah. They are the Hoarders.
Not so cute.
No, they look pretty angry. Yeah.
There's some pretty cool models from what was it?
Forge World.
Forge World. They're lovely. Sorry, he's done them up nice.
Yeah. It was funny actually because when Statrat was writing this list directly before the battle, he started off with 3 and then added 4 and then added another one, and then read the rules and added a sixth.
Yeah,
he was like, yeah, I want more of them. Those are the lemurs. Apparently, with the BSB. Yes, the BSB was in there. The Harbinger, and that's how we deployed. So you were kind of at this battle, but not paying attention. You were
I was just using Alexa.
Using Alexa, which is there. That Alexa, yeah.
Other Alexas are available.
Yeah, and you were just looking through the Demons book and just saying, "What the?"
Yeah, it's just so different. So different.
Stop! Shush!
Yeah. Right.
What were you going to say?
No, I think it's easier, right? Demons. I think it's easier if you've never seen the Demons book.
The previous one.
Any of the previous ones.
Okay.
You can go into it because I think, and I think Satrat's the same. You sort of look at the unique. This is probably this one from the.
Okay, you
try to match it, and they're so different.
Yeah.
You just can't.
Okay.
Compare them, and it doesn't mean they're good or bad. It's just so different.
Okay.
So I'm getting my head around that.
You need to forget what was previously there, basically.
Sure.
Cool. So we're on the lava field today, which is very, very
demon-y.
Scary. Yeah. I've got my salamander units up there. I've got a unit of spears. Another unit of spears. Spear back in the middle. Taurosaur and Stygosaur being proxied as that little McDonald's toy at the moment.
Yeah.
But that won't last forever.
A
hand weapon shield. Saurians with the Quattle bunkering him. Skink Priest hiding behind the building. There's my Warlord, who is souped up to fight now. He's been upgraded.
Nice.
Another Salamander on its own. The Ramphrodons. Yeah, they're being painted.
Yeah.
Ugh, God, I hate painting. And the Skink Hunters didn't really know what they were going to do in this battle, so they just deployed over there.
Cool.
That statue is not impassable. It's the centre objective. He has got the threshing engine on that side. They are the Sukubai. There's the Miser of Sugalug, I think, there, if I'm looking right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Lemurs are there. There's the Hoarders and the Blowflies.
Yeah.
I think this is...
You moving up?
Have I moved? I don't think I have. No, I haven't moved. That's my deployment.
Oh,
it's
really?
like a... Yeah.
Nah, you must have moved up. That's more than 12 inches from the back.
Yeah.
You've definitely moved up.
All right, okay. It looks like I've pretty much moved but not done much. So then we go straight... No, it can't be because I haven't got any magic spells off or anything. So that's...
Oh, no, we counter thrust, didn't we?
Yeah, so we're just 20 inches away. Yeah.
Oh.
That makes more sense.
Perfect.
Phew, otherwise I've missed a magic base, a shooting base.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so turn one, he goes out pretty aggressively with the threshing engine and declares a charge on my salamanders. I think I... Great. What did I do? I think he failed that charge.
Yeah.
Anyway, whether I don't think I fled it because it was a really long charge. Obviously, he's got swift stride, but it was a long charge, so I nervously held it, and he failed it. So that's good. Moved up the Miser of Sugalug.
Out of your line of sight?
Yeah, out of the line of sight. I mean, I'm not going to be charging him anyway, but he's scarier in the flank.
Yeah.
They're the Sukubai. They had Dark Hide, so they could scout in his own deployment zone. Obviously, that was kind of... I don't know. I'm not a massive fan of that manifestation.
I think it's really good for characters.
Yeah. But on the
I
unit...
suppose you go last anyway. But yeah, I think it's really good. For the mobile ones, I think it's good.
Yeah. The Lemurs are moving up a bit onto the hill, so the Hoarder's reassessing his line, basically. Yep, as so. The Bloatflies decide they want nothing to do with that flank, because the Ramphrodons have marked them, as have the Hoarders been marked by the prey scent.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Bloatflies just get hell away from that. Yeah, that's after Vanguard. So I basically switched them over.
Sweet.
With my Vanguard, went for a long flanking maneuver with the Ramphrodons. I kind of told myself be patient with Ramphrodons because I've been making mistakes with them.
All right, okay.
So that's a little hint what is to come. Maybe, maybe not. He did 2 wounds to my spear back with magic.
Spear?
Yeah, it might have been. Might have been. But I know I was very glad to have him alive because he's got a job to perform. Obviously. More useful alive than dead.
Yeah.
I don't think that 2 is wounds. I think... can't remember what it is.
Maybe
but,
a buff?
Yeah, I think that's just a sign of that flank. Yeah, and the Warlord has decided to pick out them as a target as well.
Okay.
My turn. This is how I set up in my movement. So the salamanders are within 20 inches, which is their threat range of their shooting. So I think I can get rid of as many succubi as I can, and then run the hell away. So yeah, obviously I didn't flee that charge because obviously they wouldn't have been able to do that.
Yeah.
The spearback moves up to chaff, redirect the Miser of Sugalag. So that was what his duty was all along. Obviously he can't shoot when he marches, not like those guys. But on one wound, he's much more useful doing that because I've got no answer to him at the moment. Move up in the middle. Still haven't really got a plan for what to do after that situation, really. But I've moved the Quattle and his block sideways, so he's a bit more central. He's the BSB as well. So,
cool.
And the Taurosaur bubble for the range, 5-inch range. So that's all nice. Swarm of insects on the Hoarders actually does 3 wounds.
So you've not got Totemic Summon?
No, I did not choose Totemic Summon because I didn't think Starrout was going to be sitting back.
Yeah.
So I went with Swarm of Insects to try and blast him out with the missiles, and actually got 3 wounds on Hoarders, which is incredible. Wounding on 6s, but rolled 3 6s.
Yeah.
I think he failed all of his Aegis saves.
Yeah.
So,
not a bit squishy, Demons.
Yeah. This is my Salamanders opening up.
Cleared a rank.
Oh yeah, that's what Salamanders do.
Mate.
Yeah, that's like almost taken that unit in half. So that's brilliant. Love that. You can see they're actually Saurians. Filling them up with, so killing their own.
How ironic.
Their own dudes, but hey. So this goes into Demon's turn 2, and he declares a charge with Sugalag on the spearback. Also declares a charge on the Lemures, hoping he might overrun.
That's a Succubi.
Succubi, yeah, sorry. Into the spear Saurians. Declares a long charge. No, sorry, it wasn't a long charge. The Lemures declared the charge on the other Salamander.
You fled.
And I fled. I was always going to flee. I've also fled with another unit of Salamanders here. So they've actually redirected into the spearback.
Yeah.
He can't stand and shoot that. I wonder if I stood and shot to that one. I should have done. Because I have to stand and shoot if I can.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand and shoot that one because it was too close.
No.
But I'm not sure if I remember standing and shooting that one.
Okay.
I think you can stand and shoot after you've held, can't you?
Yeah.
Anywho, they make it in, and that's how that goes. So his days are very much numbered.
Yeah.
I've got Word of Iron up on this unit, so that will help with their armor. Yeah. And that was the initial failed charge of the Lemures. But hold that thought. Don't know if it's the next photo or not. Might come back to that. He moves the threshing engine up. This is where the Salamanders have ended up. I think he charged the threshing engine to make them go in that direction.
Yeah.
So basically, the Lemurs charged the Succubus charged them. Salamanders went about here. He charged again, and I ended up there, still on the board very much. So that's cool for the Salamanders.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I wanted of them after they've done a whole load of wounds. This is a bit of an overview of the situation.
Before
we work out this. So this is a bit of a glitch in that they were on the hill. And we also didn't do that they were Swift Stride. Yeah. I don't think. It was one or the other, wasn't it?
I think it was both, actually.
Yeah. And so we obviously went back and gave them an extra dice.
Which is cool, because most of Demons, if
beasts,
not all, are Swift Stride. And that is wicked.
That's amazing, is that? Very, it's kind of a understated army-wide rule, really.
Yeah, it's decent.
Yeah, and we got the extra dice and the reroll, and they caught the Salamander, who hadn't fled very far.
It was on a 6, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Box cars. So.
He needed a long way, and he's gone a long way. So
interesting.
That's sent the Lemurs right in front of all of my units, which is changes the whole face of that situation, really. Deals with him, of course. He goes down, definitely. And that is how he decided to go. He reformed with these rather than overrunning. That was an interesting one.
I think that's a mistake.
You think that's a mistake?
Yeah.
I was glad he did what he did, so maybe I thought it was a mistake as well.
Because, as well, not only is he not gone into you, which he should have done, I think, because he doesn't care about your AP.
No.
He's gone shallower.
Yes.
So he's, what do I mean?
Less attacks.
Narrower.
Yeah.
So he's probably taken off about 8 attacks.
Yeah, I think so.
By doing that, at least.
Yeah.
It's mad.
Madness gone mad.
But it's his first game.
Yeah.
Our first game seeing him, so.
Definitely, yeah. So I got very excited with this situation, even though I'd lost my salamander, and declared charge with everything on the lemurs.
Everything?
Including them.
So they're in the flank, are they?
So you got a spear unit with flaming standard into the front.
Yeah.
Stygiosaur into the front. The Taurosaur into the front. And the other spear Saurian into the flank.
Okay, cool. So you want to get rid of them?
Want to get rid of them. I see that as an opportunity.
Yeah.
I haven't thought overly far ahead. I just see that as an opportunity to get rid of the lemurs and the BSB.
Yeah, cool.
Declare a charge with the Ramphadons. Now, you remember I said I was being patient. Yeah, I really didn't maintain that very long. Also charged the front with the Warlord.
But they're block-toaded, aren't they?
They're block-toaded, yep. So I'm re-rolling my hits and I've got extra attacks.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll talk about that in a minute. Declare charge with the Warlord as well. Needing not that much. Probably 6, maybe.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So this is that situation, and that's good. I like that. That looks nice. I mean, I don't really know what lemurs can do, but I'm figuring that might be enough to deal with them.
Yeah, we'll find out.
I'm hoping so, anyway. Only the Ramphadons got in.
Okay.
My Warlord failed, and I am pretty gutted by that because I think the Warlord is the one who's the most dangerous to them. But we'll see how the Ramphadons go. Got to awaken the beast up to increase the strength of my Saurian warriors here, because the lemurs are resilience 5.
Yeah.
So I made my Saurian strength 5.
Makes sense.
Could have gone with the res buff, but I wanted to kill them.
They're only strength 3 though.
Yeah, I just wanted to kill them.
Yeah.
So there's that. And this is the combat over here. Now, there's a lot to say in this, in that I didn't know the effects of tasking when I was charging in.
Wicked, by the way.
Yeah. StatRat told me they had tasking. I just wasn't intelligent enough to check what it did. So my Ramphadons are -1 attack each, and we played it that the Skink Riders didn't attack.
But that is wrong, sir.
That is wrong indeed. But Skink Riders probably ain't going to do much anyway, so don't worry about that. But there was also another thing that I got wrong about the Hoarders.
So it's down to a minimum of 1 for everyone.
Yes, so the Skinks should have been attacking, and the Ramphadons would have been base 1 plus their extra D3 each.
Enemy says, "Oh, you lose that attack because you're base 1." You go, "No,
nope, minimum of 1."
You're wrong, sir.
Yes, calm down now. The other thing that I got wrong about the Hoarders is that they are res 5. I thought they were res 4. Why I would think they're res 4, I don't know. It would have been too good to be true, really. So now my Ramphadons are not only an attack down, but they're also wounding on 5s. That's not great, even with a lot of attacks from your prey set.
And so loads of wounds.
Yeah, I really should have.
4 each, aren't
they? 4 each on the Hoarders, yeah. So I really should have been a lot more patient with that.
24 wounds?
Yeah. If the Warlord gets in the front with them, it's a bit different, but probably not much.
So it was a pillow fight.
It was yeah. So yeah, having said all that, I got really lucky in that the Hoarders whiffed completely.
Because you're only res 3, res 4?
Res 3, defensive skill 1.
Yeah, man.
So I got really lucky. I armor saved a lot of them. He's only res 4 AP 1, I think. So that's probably where the Hoarders are weak, you see. And I'm 3 up armor, and I saved a lot of them.
Yeah.
So I got really lucky with that. And I also got lucky in the fact that I passed my break test. If you can call that lucky, I don't know. They stick around, basically. So
stop them from doing everything.
Yeah, so it keeps them busy in his turn. And this is how this situation unfolded. I delete the Lemur unit, which is great.
To a man.
Yeah, I mean they evaporated,
and,
totally evaporated, you know, which is great. He kills 5 of these guys because they were the ones who were most in contact.
Yeah, and he's got poison as well. So.
Yeah, and now I'm presented with a bit of an issue in that I haven't pre-planned what I'm going to do next.
Okay.
And we had a long discussion over this.
We did.
Used your expertise of how to move and etc. And what I can do about this situation, because they've all charged, so they can all overrun if they want, but then there's bashing into each other and all sorts going on. I don't know where the next photo... Oh, there's another photo of that. This is how I ended up. So I only overran with that unit. Because I thought that basically if I overrun with that unit, I'm potentially blocking all of these units depending on where they run to.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't know that they were going to roll an 11 and pretty much clear my dinosaurs.
So they would have been all right to overrun.
They would have been okay to overrun. And having these guys both beyond this would have been lovely, right? So I didn't know that they were going to run so far, but that's fine. I would have been... In my little head, I'm thinking I'm still okay because I can reform these guys to face that situation. These guys reform anyway. They're okay. That's fine. But with your... guidance. I'm still not overly happy about this, to be honest. I'll be honest.
And this is something I'm 99% sure on, but something to ask, and if you've got any comments and things.
We need a bit of help clarifying.
Obviously, they can bounce.
Yeah,
out.
So I mean, they're right next to each other. So I've moved them a bit.
Combat and stuff and reform. I think they will bounce fine.
An inch away.
But their centre has to stay as close to the thing as possible. So obviously, my thoughts is they can't go 90 degrees or anything because the centre would drastically change. So it's not just a case of just bouncing, it's a case of their footprint actually moving you right over. So because you're rectangular and not square, you can't, with your stegodon, what's it called? Taurosaur cannot now move to swivel to the left because he will be on the base of the Stegosaur. So
what I wanted was to be here, except both of them facing there.
Yeah,
basically, because I hadn't overrun. So I wanted the Taurosaur to be
even
there.
if you were able to do that, which I don't think you are because of the centre of your model, you'd be like slanted, so you'd be like staggered, massively staggered.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't be next to each other facing them. You'd be massively staggered. And I just think the way you've done it, or not the way you've done it, but the way you've ended up is you're so close to each other.
Yeah.
You're almost railroading each other.
Yeah.
So yes, you can bounce apart, but you can't turn and then bounce apart because your centre moves too much.
Yeah, I mean that's a whole load of mathematics for me.
Yeah.
But I wasn't. I was like, oh man, this is horrible. Like I'm charged with 4 units.
But if you know, if I'm talking utter bollocks, put it in the comments. What we want, what basically we want to do is this. Taurosaur wants to face the Suglug.
Yeah.
So is he allowed to do that?
Yeah.
Bearing in mind
the other one has to stay there as well.
Bearing in mind neither of them overrun.
Yeah.
So is he allowed to do that and actually move his set? Because it have to be an inch apart. It has to be an inch apart.
Yeah. So, and it's kind of easy to say what they should have overrun, but I thought these were going to run not as fast. So forget that. Forget that. If I don't overrun with either of them,
bearing in mind that he hasn't overrun, can they both turn to face Suglug? Because that's the one we're over.
Yeah, not so worried about that.
And be in the front. My personal opinion is you can't.
Well, we did it with your logic, which is fair enough.
Because otherwise you'd have to move. You just move so far.
I think as well, if the Taurosaur isn't fearless, I'm not so bothered. But the Taurosaur's now stuck there. He's given a flank to the Suglug. And I can't flee it.
That's it.
So I'm in a horrible situation now. Absolutely horrible. And because I haven't pre-planned that charge into the Lemures, I've left myself in a real situation. If this is correct. And this is how we played it. Because we don't...
And we want to know.
We want to know more. So yeah. I've gone from a situation where I've deleted the Lemures. Great. But I'm really not liking where I've ended up. So I need to get better at that, basically. Because this is what's happened. Suglug comes in. Sukubai come in for support. I think he's charged again. with that guy
Threshing engine.
and made the salamanders flee in further because they rallied. And yeah, this is all just stuck here really, and he's very much going to do a number on the Taurosaur, you think. Gets Smite the Unbeliever to, I don't know whether he reduced my toughness.
To further put it in his odds?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I couldn't dispel everything. He's got 3 Wizard Adepts. They're Veil tokens, nothing too significant. And he does manage to break the Ramphilons this time round. But I still didn't lose that many, considering. So he's not really wounding me very much, but I'm not doing anything to him.
No.
So doesn't manage to get out of the Warlord's line of sight though. So that's the bonus for me. And these guys continue moving towards the centre objective and claim it. So that massive overrun in my turn actually managed to contribute towards me getting the centre objective going 1-0 up.
Yeah, man.
So it wasn't all bad over there. Taurosaur goes down horribly. And Sugalug overruns to be right in front of the Quattle block, which is not good at all. Because you worked out that the Quattle is worth the objective, basically.
I think so. I think
Pretty
because
much.
he's your general MBSB and tooled up.
Yeah.
So he's like 1,200 points.
Yeah. So that's pretty much an objective swing for the
that's
Quattle.
swing either way.
Yeah, so having a Miser of Sugalug in his face is not where I want to be. Yeah, Stigliosaur moves out of the way, and that unit moves up a bit to sort of reassess my lines. Couldn't move that very far, though, because of a bit of a traffic jam. And Sugalug goes in, of course. Oh, no, sorry, this is my turn. I go in.
You go in.
I go in. I get bold on this one.
Ooh.
The reason being is... yes, there is a reason for this.
Feeling lucky punk?
Yeah, no. Is there a better picture of it? Yeah, there is. Right. So I moved the Stigiosaur up, and have I gained? I don't know how that's happened actually.
What?
How have I managed to get?
He's overrun.
I think yeah. No.
He overrun in his last thing once he killed you, so that's why he's so far back.
Yeah, but anyway, the Stigiosaur was able to declare a charge on that guy.
Okay.
Needs a 5 on Swift Stride. Rolls a 222.
Yeah, it.
Totally good. I mean, I know it hasn't got a champion, so 4s aren't guaranteed, so it's not quite as bad as your Seaguard. Oh, they didn't have a champion either, actually.
Nah.
But needed a 4, a 5, got a 222. Horrible, because that meant that he blocked my flank charge on the Succubi.
Oh no!
And that meant that I was hoping to overrun through them into the Sugalug and contribute more combat res.
Oh no!
But so actually, you know, the whole charging this unit was because I was relying on them coming in to help.
Yeah.
And now they're not going to come in to help.
Solo.
Yeah,
Solo.
that's like a bold, stupid move now that he hasn't got any help. Warlord goes into the flank of the Hoarders, of course, and the Ramphilons rally, which is
That'd
nice.
be interesting with the Hoarders.
Skink Priest has legged it up to here, which is cool. And the Bloatflies have moved in just to threaten the Saurian unit.
Are they
here.
scoring?
Bloatflies? No, they're light troops.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, pretty sure. The Skink Hunters have decided they've got no further job to do, so they've hidden behind a house. Got Swarm of Insects off, and that seemed to be my best spell at the minute because it did 3 wounds to the Bloatflies.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, really cool. He's having a good game. What's that? Spark of Creation does 1 wound to the Threshing Engine. Not a lot of wounds, but you know, it's D6, isn't it? So.
Every little helps.
And the Warlord comes in and starts smashing on the Hoarders, which is cool. I think he passed his break test there, so didn't take any more damage.
He's steadfast when he as well.
Yeah, so. But yeah, Warlords started the slug there. This was an interesting one. So even though my plan to flank charge and do all sorts of things to the Sugalug kind of failed and they're now left on their own,
yeah,
I challenge with my Quattle.
Oh.
Yeah. And...
That's weird.
Yeah. Well, I kind of needed to protect my...
unit.
My unit. and keep steadfast and keep them alive as long as possible.
Okay.
So hopefully,
you don't have a champ.
I needed to bide time. I didn't have a champ, no.
Okay.
So it had to be the Quattle or no one. And I passed all my Aegis saves.
Ooh,
And that's including Thunderstomp, because he's only infantry.
And you did 4 wounds to him?
That's combat res. Yeah, I mean, imagine what it would have been if I had a unit in the flank.
Oh.
That would have been so much better. I didn't have a champion in that unit either, so it would have been the Quattle challenging. But I'd have had a rank. I'd have had a flank, and I would have had a standard
and a big flank.
And a big flank, yeah. I also didn't count my BSB in this.
Oh,
so it was charged 2 ranks
and a standard,
and a stand. No, I didn't have a standard. Maybe I did count the BSB. Yeah, but yeah, incredible. So that was a massive result considering it all went wrong in the charge.
But, yeah, great.
Yep, so I go 2-0 up on the objective. And I do a wound with my stand and shoot. Toxic breath weapon. He's charging me in, of course. But all goes very much wrong in the next turn of combat because the Quattle goes down terribly.
So it kills you off?
So he kills me off. That's comeuppance, really. Kulamar's Deceiver charges into the Salamanders on his own. I can't flee that one anymore because I'd be fleeing off the board.
Yeah.
And I kind of like the idea that his general's leaving the unit because I might actually be able to get the unit now.
Okay.
Threshing Engine gets into my Stygiusaur. And Bloatflies charge the Ramphadons. They are prey-scented, but 2-on-2 is probably going to go his way, really. Okay. And only one of the Bloatflies is attacking the one Ramphadon. So it's like half the unit isn't fighting on both sides. The Hoarders have turned to face my Warlord as well. And this happened. You'd probably back the Threshing Engine in this combat, but my Stygiusaur just didn't do anything.
It's like a supercharging chariot.
Exactly. He killed me before I struck.
Yeah.
Fair enough. You know, it's a chariot, impact hits and all that.
You've only got 4
really quick. 5 wounds.
Oh, okay.
But it wasn't nice at all. So disappointed with that, especially as the Stygiusaur would have been much better if I'd have charged him.
Yeah.
Bloatflies deal with the Ramphadons. Only one survives it, but I think they both died because otherwise he would have run after them.
Definitely.
Even though that pace is the right way up. And the Warlord's doing wounds on the Hoarders. He does a wound back to me, but it's definitely going the way I want it to. I've got 4 HP with the Warlord.
So slowly.
Yeah, so I mean, in order to take that wound, I failed a 2-up armor and a 5-up Aegis.
That happens.
So, it can happen. But yeah, I'm definitely winning that tide.
The Tarskins making it harder.
I remember the Warlord was hitting really well. I mean, I'm hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s, so you'd expect to hit well.
Yeah.
But I don't think I was re-rolling any. I think I just always rolled 3 up, which is crazy.
Up for the fight.
He was really doing it, despite the fact that I've lost his head. Yeah, don't know where that went. Anyway, and the Skink Hunters have come out to play because they figure they need to get rid of the Bloatfly.
Blink, blink.
And Skink Priest is also thinking the same. This is the situation over here. He's overrun the Threshing Engine into my Saurian unit, and they've killed loads.
Yeah.
So that's just nasty, that situation, considering I could have charged it.
He's got loads of impact hits, and
he goes after them. I don't think he caught them. He didn't catch them. So they break, but didn't catch them. But he moves out. He's got out of their line of sight, so he's on a rampage. My Warlord kills some more of them.
Yeah,
can't really remember what round of combat that is with them.
The grind.
Yeah, Sugalug does some wounds on these guys.
Steadfast.
Yep, I don't know. That can't be the end of that. No, it is. Yeah, Steadfast must have held. He catches them on his turn and turns to face the Warlord. So not looking good for that.
Oh yeah,
that's scary considering where that Threshing Engine was 2 turns ago, or even 1 turn ago. It's now very threatening.
Yeah, man.
Warlord goes absolutely crazy now and deals with 3 of them. It's like
he's not steadfast now.
No, so the break test is helping as well, and he hasn't done any more damage to me as well, which is cool. And yes. Well, Sugalug, Deceiver, and the Succubi come in and Yeah, that's a lot of dead.
Obliteration.
The funny thing is that if I had all died, I think there was some sort of benefit. Yes, that's right. Because I didn't die to one model, he could overrun or pursue me to get further away from this.
Oh, right, okay.
Because
so that's perfect.
If I die,
yeah, it's just auto break.
The ones that charge can overrun. So the Succubi and the Deceiver can overrun, but the Succubi can't. He would have to sit there. And even if he turns to face me, he's taken 4 wounds, and I'm a fully ranked up unit with a standard spears and flaming banner.
Yeah.
I mean, I've lost my quell, so I haven't got alchemy for the whole synergy thing. But yeah, because I had one model left, he overruns off the board to safety with everything, So
nice.
Yeah, not great. Skink, Priest, and the Hunters combine to kill the Bloatfly. So,
well done. Cutie.
Yeah,
Cutie's god.
Indeed. And the Salamander moves up to be ready. Hang on. So yeah, Kuleman's Deceiver killed 1 Salamander, let me go, and I rallied. So that's why there's 1 Salamander left there.
What's his leadership with that?
6. So cold-blooded, very doable. Flinking away, but he's only got 1 wound left, that Hoarder. So haven't got the unit points yet. And you know what's coming now.
Boom.
Threshing Engine into my bottom. Oh dear.
Oh god.
Yeah, that Threshing Engine, I'm very scared of that now. And Impact, it's AP4?
Yeah,
all its attacks are AP4.
It's all only strength 4 though.
Only strength 4, but
It's
AP4
AP,
is
yeah.
incredible. This was his original move when he came back on the board. It does change slightly, as you'll see in a minute. But Sugalug now faces down the Salamander to try and make it so it has to dodge them to get to that unit.
Yeah.
And we skipped a few turns. No, we didn't skip a few turns, sorry. The pictures just dry up a bit. But he actually moves the Kuleman's Deceiver into that unit.
Okay.
And they face the Saurian charge.
Yeah.
Because there's no point in him being there, because I'll just run through him, potentially kill him, maybe not easily, and then overrun into that and get both. So what he actually ended up doing was putting him in the unit.
Yeah.
Because that's even further for me to charge, basically.
Sure, yeah.
So into my last turn, this is going. I haven't really talked about what turn it is and all that, but this is now my last turn. And that happens to my little skink priest.
A swarm of insecting.
Yeah. 666. Yeah, ouch.
He just dies.
He dies. He hasn't got a chance of surviving that sort of thing. I moved the Salamander up to shoot at this unit.
So did you fail charge or?
I did fail the charge. Yeah, I went for it, but because there's a lot of points there.
Yeah.
And I fail it. And that was how it ended up because Threshing Engine kills my Warlord.
Oh, but Impact is probably going to do it.
Impact hits an AP4
because it's like loads of Impact hits. It isn't just D6, is it? It's like 2D6.
Yeah, the upgraded one, the Legion Thresher or what it is.
Like
so basically, also my Salamander's completely whiffed on the Succubi. The Skink Priest that miscast and died, that did no wounds with the swarm of insects. So my luck failed me with the 6s.
Yeah.
I worked out that in that last turn of mine, so that I was taking the last turn, I lost 900 points of
models. Ouch.
And that was all through. Well, I suppose I couldn't choose that the Warlord died to the Threshing Engine.
Yeah.
But I lost a lot of points in that last turn. And that meant that stat route won 15-5 on points, but I had accumulated enough to gain the objective, so it went to a 12-8.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I could say I was guilty of not knowing the Demon Legion book enough, but I think no one knows the Demon Legion book enough. So many lessons learned. I'm really glad to have played the Demons at this point and learn a bit more about them. I made so many mistakes. I mean, I didn't see that whole reforming situation after the combat. But tell us how that should have played out if we're wrong. If we're right, then tell us that as well, because I'd like to know. You know way more about this sort of stuff than I do.
I think so, yeah.
You're pretty confident.
I'm pretty confident. But
if you weren't confident, we wouldn't have played it like that. So, yeah. And my I honestly think if the Stygiosaur charges that threshing engine, I win the battle. Because that threshing engine went through the Stygiosaur, went through a unit Saurian warriors, and then charged the Warlord.
Yeah.
I didn't get the full points for the Hoarders because he killed the Warlord.
Oh, did he?
No.
Before.
So I got half points for the Hoarders as well.
Well, there you go.
And
now, threshing engine, yeah,
yeah,
folks, don't let him charge.
No. Yeah, it was horrible. Anyway, so well done, StatRat. You succeeded with your first Demons. So well done. Cool. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you for the next one.
See you later.